everyone, good morning to all of you. Let's continue with today's article. So today's article is same but quite different from this article has been written by different author. So judging jallikattu, verdict upholds cultural sentiment but animal rights, human safety matter too. So jallikattu is a sport that is famous in Tamil Nadu, where a man or a bull is involved. The man tries to touch the hump of the bull. Okay, hump means hump. What is the hump of? What is hump? Hump is that is the bulge part of the bulge or the upper part of the bull. You can see in the upper part of the bull that is like a small hill type. That is this is known as hump. So. A verdict upholds cultural sentiment, but animal rights safety matter too. A rural sport seen by courts for years as one of the inflicting cruelty on animals has long received a judicial imprimatur. An upsurge in the popular support for Jallikattu led to legislative changes in early 2017, exempting it from the rigors, rigors of the law against animal cruelty. 6 years after the amendments ended a court-ordered ban, the Supreme Court has upheld the changes made by the Tamil Nadu Assembly as well as the cultural sentiment behind Jallikattu, a traditional sport in which the men tried to control raging bulls, that is angry bulls. There has been an endless conflict between activists and proponents of the game, which culminated in the 2014 court judgment banning the sport. So, since 2014, there is a conflict between the supporters of the game and the activists who wanted to ban this game. And the activists argue that any sport involving a physical contest between man and bull violates animal rights, while other camp contends that none should stop something that is part of the state's tradition in culture. So what the activists say that any animals that are involved in the sport is basically a cruelty to animals. Okay, and but that's why they wanted to ban the sport. But the supporters of the sport say that this promotes the cultural tradition in their state. The state government responded to the ban by amending the Central Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, that is PCA, in 1960 in its application to the state and obtained the President assent. A constitution bench of the Supreme Court has now settled the issue, ruling in favor of Jallikattu as a cultural event. So now the Supreme Court has recognized Jallikattu as a traditional or cultural event of Tamil Nadu. The verdict of the five-judge bench is an anchor to two key findings: that the press regulations minimize the game's potential for cruelty and pre-inform the basis for the 2014 judgment. So recent judgment tells that cruelty to animals has been decreased. Uh, so that's why they have changed the judgment since that is for that the judgment that they given in 2014. Those conditions were no more prevalent. Second, the court has accepted the legislature's view that Jallikattu is a sport conducted every year to follow tradition and culture. It has accepted the legislature's wisdom on what constitutes cultural heritage, holding that court cannot embark on such an inquiry. However, it does not mean that our court has in any way diluted the part of earlier bench verdict, reading into Indian law the full import of international rules in favor of animal rights. Rather, it has deferred to the cultural sentiment underlying the legislative scheme by which sport has, such as Jallikattu, Kambala, Buffalo racing Karnataka, Abula kart racing Maharashtra, not interdicted by the law preventing the animal cruelty. So basically, what court has clarified that they have allowed this sport. That doesn't means that they have given a clean chit to the sport that it does not promote any cruelty to animals, but they have just recognized it as a cultural and traditions of the respective state or the required state. This means that organizers as well as the respective government still bears the burden to prevent infliction of pain and cruelty to animals. These sports also pose an undeniable hazard to animals too, the participants' family, but sometimes spectators too. So, court has said that we allowed this sports, but whatever the pain or the cruelty to animals has been done, that those burden will be on the government. It may be time for organizers to mandate protective gear for the participants and strictly enforce rules for proper barricades to keep spectators safe. Cultural assertion and kindness to animals and adherence to safety norms and need not be mutually exclusive. So, safety is first priority in this sport for the spectators and the participants also. This was a very small article judging Jallikattu. So that's all from my side for today.